If you've ever raised money, you know that VCs love to ask this question. What are you going to do if Google competes with you? Almost all the time, it's a silly hypothetical question. But today, if you're Cursor, it just happened. Google released something called Antigravity. It's a direct competitor to Cursor. And it's sort of like a combination of Cursor, Google Gemini 3, which they just also released, Nano Banana Pro, which they also just released, and Chrome. And it actually does a really good job of integrating all those things together. In this video, you'll see me use it and understand that it's really actually pretty awesome for a first version. I'm considering it making my main IDE for everything I do moving forward. I really like it a lot. So check out the video. It's pretty quick and I hope you like it. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to the channel. I want to see you again, and please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I love hearing from you guys. All right, let's jump into it. All right, so if you're wondering where to get anti-gravity, that's the first most important thing. Just go to antigravity.google. I just learned just now that .google exists as an ending for a domain. Anyway, it's right here. It's only available, I think, for Mac, or maybe it'll show you the Windows version if you have a Windows machine. Shows you a bunch of stuff about how it works. It's pretty awesome. So basically, just download that and then install it. So that's step one. And now let's look at the actual tool. All right, so just so you know the project we're going to be working on in this video, it's going to be on DIYauctions.com, which is a website I'm working on for an auction business I'm starting. Okay, so here, if you're familiar with Cursor, this looks a lot like it, or VS Code. So essentially, it's just a fork of VS Code from Microsoft, and then they have the agent on the right, they have the code in the middle, your terminal down there, your source control on the left, and your file system on the left that you could tab through, and then also extensions and things like that. But there's there's also this new thing called Agent Manager, which if you look, I'll show you how I got there. Up at the very top, there's right up here is this Open Agent Manager, and this is how you can run multiple agents simultaneously for tasks. I've not done this yet, so I think we're going to keep it simple and we're just going to use this here on the right like you normally would with Cursor or Windsurf or any of the other VS Code forks. So basically what I'm saying to it is like, look, take a look at the homepage on local. I think it needs work. Please do another mockup using Nano Banana. I'm going to say local using the browser. So basically, if you see up here, there's a little Chrome thing. Basically what it does is it has a browser interface, and there's an extension as well, which I've already installed. I think it's installed. Yes, it's installed. Let me just double check, make sure it's good. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any issues. So anyway, I'm telling it to use the browser and seeing what it comes out with. Keep it very vibe codey without a lot of instructions. So let's just test it out and see what happens. Style Nano Banana, vibrant, premium, high contrast, perhaps with the L accents. See, it thought I meant like a banana. It doesn't know what that it's using banana behind the scenes. It even has the banana here. So it created this prompt. I'm going to revert because clearly I messed up. Okay, so I revised my prompt. It says, take a look at the homepage on local using the browser. I think it needs work. Please do another mockup, keeping the same general content, theme, and color. Just make it look amazing. Again, this for now is a landing page to get lead generation, not a fully functioning auction site. And just for your reference, as you see here, this is just a lander for people who need to auction stuff off. So basically, I don't think it looks great. It works, people are signing up, but it could be better. So I'm going to see what it can creatively come up with. You saw this one it did here, which was off the mark because it didn't know what Nano Banana was. So here we go. We're going to try it again. Go. So basically, I just reverted the change completely, and now it's reimagining it. So at some point, it should open up Chrome, start scrolling around. There it goes. I like that it lights up the blue to show you that it's using it. That must be the extension. So what it does is it's scrolling, taking a screenshot, scrolling again, taking another screenshot. I don't think it made it to the bottom. So here it created these tasks: analyze the current homepage, visuals and code, create implementation plan for design, implement new design, update hero, features, benefits section, blah, blah, blah. So the thing that it did though is instead of it actually creating the mockup, it created an implementation plan. So the cool thing about this is you could go here and you could say like, hey, you need to create a mockup first. Before coding it. So I'm going to add the comment. That's something new the cursor doesn't have. So I'm adding the comment to the plan, hitting review, submitting that. And now it will see my change to that. And it should know. Down here it says pending comments. So it should know it needs to do it. Let's actually see what it did. Oh, that's pretty cool. Kind of. This section looks better. But it did that all without a mockup, which is not what I wanted. It says now my focus is the user requested a mockup before proceeding with the code. And pausing the implementation generated a visual mockup. So that's now the integration. Let's see here. Could not view. Saying there is no mockup I could see. There we go. That's cool. So how do we feel about that? I don't like it. This design looks early 2000s to me. It's not current. What I told it is I don't like the mockup. Cool, that's it. So just for illustration purposes, what I'm going to do is tell it to, so I'm saying go ahead and implement the update using the look of the new mockup. Keep all existing content. Okay, so basically if we go back here, this is where we started. It looked like this. This is some quick and dirty version of it that it did without showing me a mockup. And now it's going to go ahead and update it. So the implementation plan, let's pull that up here. So it's making these modifications here as these tasks. It's implementing the new design now. I'm just going to accept these. It's generating still. I'm impatient. There we go. I mean, it's nice. Still generating. Updating global styles to remove glass morphism. I like that term. So I would say the thing that's done though is the alignment looks weird, the left and right side. But I do like its buttons and stuff better. So it kept the formatting there. So now it's previewing its own changes here. Now I wonder if it's going to notice that that everything it needs more padding on the sides, basically. So that's pretty cool. So basically it told me the files had changed. It created a walkthrough document, which tells me like what it did, gave me the screenshots of it. And now, I could say like, I think we need padding on the edges of all the content. Let me know if you understand. So basically it like did it. It's fine. It could be better, but basically it's re-examining the padding adjustments, blah, blah, blah. So like all I want to say is what I appreciate about this is that it's more interactive. Like we haven't even looked at the code. Obviously we could go look at the code if we wanted to. We could see what changed over here. I wish they need the little things. I got to do Command W, but basically the user requested more padding. So you could see the code on the left like you normally would, and then they have this really nice interactive experience where you could see the changes it's doing and you could just kind of talk to it and review specific things. And I suppose I could probably even in here leave commentary there, I bet. Yeah. I don't think they caught it. But anyway, we're testing two things here. We're testing Antigravity as an IDE, which is one thing. And then the other thing we're currently testing is Gemini 3 Pro High, which is the new model. Both of these things were just released yesterday. So there's bound to be bugs, but like, I don't know. I think this is pretty awesome as an experience. One day into this is great. Okay, so what we're doing here is I'm not committing this code that we just did, but we're going to look now at the agent manager. So when you go into agent manager, it looks like this. There's an inbox. So you can run multiple agents simultaneously for different things. So I'm just going to run one here. And what I've told it to do, basically the site, the way that it put this together, I'm not very happy about right. So basically I'm not happy. I feel like there needs to be more spacing on the left and more on the right. Like this center content should be more like, instead of having all the space in the middle, this stuff should be more centered. And this is the old savings calculator I did where you can drag this. I feel like it works, but it's not, could be better. This is before using Antigravity. So basically what I told is I said, I'm not a big fan of the way the site is looking currently on the updated stuff we just did. If you look at the top of the page, on the home page, on the left section and the right section are nudged over to the edges of the page when really there should be spacing on the left and spacing on the right. So the content is pushed more to the middle and also the top and bottom of the page. I'm saying the left and right portion of the hero area of the page doesn't look really uniform. So I'd like to see that modification so that if you scroll on the rest of the page, you could see that there should be spacing on the sides, just like the rest of the content. It just needs to be more centered effectively throughout. And then when you scroll to the next part, you'll see an auction savings calculator. With that, you can scroll left and right, and you could drag left and right to show the savings. I think that's good, but I think we do a much better job presenting that. So please go through and create a whole new and much more modern, high-fidelity demonstration of the savings opportunity for people. Yeah, and that's the key updates I'd like to see at this time. So please go ahead and get started on it. So I'm like, this is vibe coding, and I tend to not do quite this much vibe coding. I tend to be more precise, but for purposes of this video, I'm like testing two things. One, anti-gravity's ability to break this into chunks and workable pieces through the planning process, and then also Gemini 3 Pro's ability to take this and feed back into the system what it needs, and effectively do that and decipher the code. So let's go ahead and hit send and see what happens. So here's the plan. Goal. Description: improve the visual appeal and layout of the homepage by fixing spacing issues in the hero section and completely redesign the auction savings calculator to be more modern, high fidelity. Important: the savings calculator will be completely redesigned. Please review proposed changes below. Proposed approach. Proposed changes: homepage layout. Add a constrained container with increased horizontal padding to the hero section and content. Ensure the left text and right form sections are not pushed to the extreme edges of the page, of the screen. Exactly. Center the content more effectively on larger screens. Savings calculator. Replace the current card-based layout with more integrated modern design. Interactive slider. Implement a custom high-fidelity slider that feels premium to drag. Use animated bars or graphics to show the difference. Typography and spacing. Use larger, cleaner typography. This sounds great. Hero sections. Open a homepage in the browser. This is like what we do to verify it. So let's see how it goes. It's thinking. So now it says I have fixed the spacing in the hero section. Now I'm completely redesigning the auction savings calculator to be more modern, interactive, and visually. Now I'm completely redesigning the auction savings calculator to be more modern, interactive, and visually appealing. Stalling depend. Okay, so it's using frame or motion. And here's now, so that's the implementation plan. And now here's the walkthrough. The walkthrough is changes implemented, constraint added, maximum width containing the hero section, padding, increased padding, auction savings calculator, replace the old card-based layout with sleek integrated graphics or integrated design, interactive slider, implement smooth high-fidelity slider, add animated bars using frame or motion. Okay, so automated test, build the application builds. Okay, so now it's like I need to go look at it. So let's see that together. Let's see how good it is. They sold it. It sounds like it's going to be great. This can't be it. Refresh. That is it. So they really, I don't understand why I can't understand the padding thing, but that's not good. It's not bad, but it's like, I think, let's inspect this. Okay, so it's 2 REM. There we go. You know, like the old days, you just do it yourself. So anyway, this is me now. So I'm going to tell it what I did. So I'm saying not enough padding. I added this to the hero div. I don't know why I can't see that, to be honest. It's like it didn't take a screenshot. Let's refresh. That's the way it currently is. So there. Okay, so that's good. You know, this doesn't, I wouldn't say this looks better. So cool. I'm going to tell it like, I'm saying on the savings calculator, please first generate a mock-up and show me for approval. We'll go from there. This is why, by the way, it's like things are really, really amazing, but they're not quite there. You still have to like be willing to go in and pick things apart. Its thoughts are interesting. It says like, tangible mock-up of the savings calculator is requested. The primary deliverable is visual representation. Trying to understand the user's intent. The request for a mock-up, despite the existing implementation, suggests a possible disconnect. Perhaps the user wants a visual alternative. I think what you did just sucks. That's like too much noise. I'm saying that mock-up is too noisy, needs to be more elegant. Try again. You know, because who wants a mock-up that says 10% of 25,000 is 25,000, but the fee is capped at 1,000? That's maybe. Oh, that's better. That's awesome. Cool. So great. Cool. I'm saying that's great. Please do something along those lines for that section. So if you recall, this is what it looks like now. It's like not good. That's what they did. Oops. Here's what it actually looks like now. Pretty noisy. Here's their first revision of it. But now it's thinking to take that mock-up. It says, my current thinking focuses on the practical execution and design of updated task MD to reflect the mock-up completion and mentally review the implementation plan to assign the elegant aesthetic. Specifically, I'll be switching to remove these heavy borders and update to, okay, fine. So it says the user approved the elegant mockup. I am now implementing this design in the fee slider component. I will focus on minimalism, generous white space, and refined typography. Sounds great. There's a syntax error. So I bet if we look here, yeah, you see there's a 500. And if you don't know any of this stuff, by the way, like just start doing it. You'll figure it out. It's not that hard. 500 is an error type. 500 is like it's like a, what do you call it? Like a server error. And like back in the old days, you could spend a day deciphering it out. It just figured itself out. All right, so let's now look at this mockup. See how it looks. Great. I would say, okay, so I don't like that you can't read that. I don't like that these are negative numbers. So, but I think we should have, yeah, I think that's good. But I would just say make it more vertically compressed, and then also take a screenshot using the browser to see that you can't read it. So I'd say that like, so I'm saying take a screenshot using the browser tool. You'll see some of the font color selections have made it unreadable. Also, it's taking up far too much vertical space. Please compress some of the vertical spacing to make it easier to navigate. Because these colors here, you know, these just need to be darker. This needs to be darker. But it's pretty good. I think I like it more. Oh, it's going to take that screenshot. Getting dumb. It didn't even capture the whole screenshot. Unless it scrolls again. So it's analyzing the screenshot now. I've been examining the feedback. Let's see what it says. So it's cool. It has these playbacks in here. I think if you hit that, you can. Oh, cool! It makes a video of it. That's neat. Okay, updating the code to improve contrast and reduce vertical spacing. Now it's doing another screenshot. Oh, that's much better. See, this looks better. All right, let's look at it ourselves now. I like that. So if you look at that versus this is what's live now. This sucks. This looks elegant. And it introduces, I think, a new font that we could use. But anyway, I think that's great. I don't think these should say negative. And I think it should try to increase the font size on traditional sale. I'm going to actually just screenshot it. That's what I normally do. Okay, so I'm saying much better. I think you should increase the font size on some of the smaller text since we have the space. Rename traditional sale to estate sale. Also, don't make them minus signs. Instead, say fee. So estate sale fee, DIY auctions fee above the number, but make sure the number is not negative. So go. The other thing we haven't checked on, which we could do real quick, is how does this look on mobile? The top section looks decent-ish. Oh, this is way down there. Oh, that looks pretty good on mobile. Can you slide it? Yep. Okay, so I'm going to say, we could keep that slider down there. All right, so on mobile, it looks good. And if you're wondering how I did that, I'll show you real quick. There's this. You just right-click and go to inspect, and then there's this little thing here that just switches it between mobile view and desktop view. So it says it's updated. Refresh. That's cool. I would say, I'm going to say, so I'm saying on here on the homepage, slide it up closer to the header. Also make the other sections closer vertically to each other as you go down the page. So basically, this space here is too much in my opinion. And then you don't need all this, and you don't need all this. So it's like making the page longer than it needs to be. So let's see it go. Reducing vertical padding. So it's doing the same thing everywhere. Okay, let's see. Wow, that's much better. Look at it. See, I look at that. I think that looks good now. Awesome. Cool. Well, we did something. So I'm going to push this out. It's going to be live on DIYauctions.com by the time you watch this video. And hopefully you enjoyed watching how you can tweak a site using anti-gravity. If you've not used Cursor or Windsurf or any of the other agentic IDEs, I highly suggest you use anti-gravity. It's awesome. It's free right now. Google Gemini 3 Pro High, which is what we've been using here, is awesome. Clearly, it does a great job. I'm like mega impressed by this. I love it, and as long as they let me keep using it without cutting me off. Like the first time I tried to make this video, I got cut off because I did a whole authentication system for this site before I made the video, and then I ran out of ability to use the model, and I had to wait 3 hours. As long as that stops happening, I'll just switch from Cursor to this. This is great. Google has done it. So basically, if you're a startup and you hear someone say, "What are you going to do if Google decides to compete with you?" 99.999% of the time, you could just tell the investor, whoever, that's so unlikely to happen. It's a stupid question. You don't say it, but generally it's a dumb question. But that 0.0001%, which is right now happening to Cursor, it can happen. And when you have the resources of Google coming down on you, they can release something that's like on par or nearly superior to what you've been working on for years on their very first try. 2 days in, it looks great. It works great. There's a couple little bugs, but other than that, like this thing's awesome. So hopefully you enjoyed that first look at anti-gravity. I'm going to be using it. And if you guys want to use it, check it out. It's free. Go for it. Let me know what you think. Drop in the comments. Tell me if you think I'm nuts. Love to hear from you. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I want to see you again. And I want to hear from you. So leave a comment. And if you like this video, if it was useful or just fun to watch, give it a like. I really appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you around. Thank you.